What's up, guys, and welcome back to another City Skylines stream, and we are back in the beautiful city of Quokka Beach, and hopefully with more internet connection this time. Apologies for the way the last city's stream ended a bit abruptly, but we did start making some awesome progress on this new little part of town right here on the bay, just kind of in there, little key going on. Got to do something about that power line, but it's looking pretty cool. Got some parks in there, a little bit of the self-sufficient housing, so hopefully we can finish that up today and maybe do some other cool things around the city. But let's just jump right on in and see what we were doing. And we do have the self-sufficient housing style, which is continuing to build and continuing to look really awesome. It also just looks really good with that flower park, with all those sort of dirt paths rather than all the pavement. It just gives it a little bit more of a nature-y look. And we have the organic and local produce commercial buildings, so it's not making that too much noise. Hopefully it's checking and see how our traffic's doing. 85%, which is excellent. And let's see, what else do we want to do? I know I was saying I don't want to build too close to the blue haze of death out here, but part of me does want to maybe bring a road across here. Unless we just do a bridge. I think we were talking about doing a bridge last time. But a road might look kind of cool going around there as well. It would just be a little tough to see because it is so close to the edge of the map out there. But let's worry about that later on. And just keep doing a little zoning in here. Let's do a little more housing in that bit. And we'll do all the way down that road as well. Actually, maybe we'll not do this road. Maybe save that bit for some more services. Because we do have medical. We do actually have fire and police. Well, maybe we'll do something there. Maybe another park. I feel like that's a nice straight sort of alleyway where we can get some cool looking things. But we will do some more housing down in here for sure. So we'll do that. And hopefully that will connect power-wise. And then let's do some pathways in here as well. I don't want it to be a giant park like our flower park, but I do want some pathways in here. At least. Nope. Let's see if we can get that to work. There we go. And then maybe continue that through and go into there as well. I kind of like that. I don't mind that. And then if we wanted to sort of follow what we're doing over here, we can do some more pathways going down through here. Which I think we'll do that. I think we'll continue that trend along. Get you going into there. And there we go. That looks pretty good. So then I don't feel as bad putting some housing all the way up to this road. Keeps it off the main road. And then gives us some nice full housing on the side streets. Hey, what's up, Gregory? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Just curve that up just a smidge. And then pull those in. There we go. That looks pretty good. Keep snugging that all up. That looks fantastic. Hey, what's up, Antonis? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Good to see you. And there we go. I'm not going to worry about that little corner because I don't think we're going to zone anything in there. And then I think these couple bits, we're going to put some offices in. And I think that looks pretty good. So that gives us a little space. And maybe we'll do that with those dirt walkways. Yeah, I think we're going to go with that because it fits with the housing look a little better. It does give us a sort of funky connection right there, but I think it's okay. And they have water. They do have power, so that's excellent. Good, now that you're off work, and that's always good, getting off work. Always a good feeling. I'm doing pretty well myself, so thank you very much for asking. I'm just trying to get a little more building in here. I'm almost tempted, yeah, over here we have a pathway. Is that a pathway? That might not be a pathway. I can't tell. I think it is. We cut those. Yeah, we did. We cut those to be only 2 wide. I'm going to do the same over on this side. If we can. There we go. So that way we have nice full houses back here, and then we'll do those smaller offices along the main road. And then also it has a little bit of separation in there, which is always good. So I'm digging that. And we have the little bit of commercial. We might do a little more commercial. Maybe that's what we'll do back here on this sort of side street. Just put in a few more little bits. Maybe we'll do a parking lot in here by the medical clinic. I feel like that's a good spot for a parking lot. Make sure everyone has a place to park who is seeking medical attention. And that looks pretty good. Yeah, a few more shops in there that aren't necessarily along the coast. And this little area is just looking really good. I don't know what it's just something about this area, the way we designed it. It looks clean. It looks very crisp. I don't know if it's just the angles of the roads or the layout, or maybe just because it's perfectly smooth and flat. That might have something to do with it. But I like it. I like how it's looking. I was also thinking about the road coming in here. It doesn't have a huge amount of traffic, so I don't know how necessary this would be, but I was thinking of some sort of slip ramps coming from like all the way over here, like a very large slip ramp going in there and going into there. Maybe going to a roundabout. I don't know if those would be necessary, but I was just thinking maybe it would look cool. But how's the traffic? I think most of the traffic is actually coming in from the highway over here. Not too many people coming this way, although we do have a few. We have a few coming in, and should we take a little tour? See if we can catch someone. This guy. Right there. Let's go for a little ride in the new buggy. And just see how our city's been shaping up. All the curves of the new low-density zone that we've created here. We've got the community pool. Everyone enjoying themselves there. That nice grand hospital. Oh, and we got all those walkways, which look a little crazy. They may be a little too tall. I could probably lower those a bit. We'll come back for those. I'll have to remember where those are. Alright, now we're getting out to the curvy bits. The hillside residence, which actually looks pretty cool. Hey, what's up, Rocket Hawks? Welcome to the stream. Going for a car ride. Going to the new area that we made. Or started last time. And really I just want to see... Oh, no, we lost it. I just want to see this curvy road. There we go. Out here in the wilderness. Leaving the city behind. For a little bit of a remote getaway destination. Yo, this buggy though. Just tailgating this poor... this poor, like, station wagon or whatever that is. Like, just pass them. Come on. Just getting right up behind them. That is dangerous. That's some aggressive driving right there. Especially by a Volkswagen with flowers all over it. I think they'd be a little more chill. Oh man, this is actually quite the ride. I can see why not a lot of people take this ride. Oh, and the pickup truck is gaining on us. They're coming for us. Do you think they're gonna pass us? I don't know, we're not even close. We still got a couple of turns to make. All the planes in the sky up there. Just circling like seagulls. This is quite the journey. We might do like a few small neighborhoods along the way. I think that would kind of be cool. Especially looking at it from this view. Just like very remote little neighborhoods along this main road. Alright, now we have a convoy going. It's quite a nice ride though. It's very relaxing. And here we go. That's actually a cool view, minus the sewage plants across the way. We're gonna hopefully move those up. But going down the hill, seeing all the buildings and then the bay. The giant flower park to the left. And we gotta do something about those power lines. It's shaping up though. It's looking pretty cool. It's like a nice little town out here. I like it. I like how it's going. But yeah, especially since we have like these curves. If we just did like a few little neighborhoods like in there, in here. Nothing too major, just like some very small, curvy, very spaced out, not too dense. They have a lot of room, a lot of land. I think that would be really neat. So once we finish this up, we'll start doing some of that, but we do still have some residential zoning, so let's keep going with all that in a little pizza shape here. And we'll also do some trees in here, just to make this all nice. And actually, what kind of trees are these? Do I even have these trees? What are those? These? Oh, look at that, I do. Throwing some of these guys, not super perfectly spaced out, but just kind of haphazardly spaced out. Just kind of some bundles. Almost like all these trees were here and then the path went between them all, rather than the trees being planted around the path. Probably these are going to be deleted by the houses when they come in, but a couple of them should stay and hang out with us. And I like that. Hey, what's up, Top Dogs Girl? Welcome to the stream. So those are going to build. Yeah, and those are going to be deleted a little bit, but that's okay. We'll just look a little more filled up. Maybe we'll add a couple extra, like palm trees or something, just to give it a little diversity. But we'll let them fill up and see how it goes. We'll actually add a couple of these guys back here as well. Just sort of connecting all the backyards together. Giving them a little privacy here by the road. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you very much for asking. Hopefully everyone had a good weekend. Nice relaxing weekend. I had a pretty chill weekend, so that's always a good thing. A couple trees back in here. Yeah, just kind of make it look like this sort of backyard doesn't just end on a straight bit. Where it kind of just continues and spreads out naturally. I think that looks pretty good. And then in here, I'm actually going to put... Oh, if we can. We might not be able to do this because of all the zoning, but if I can just do like a little tiny pathway. That doesn't interfere with anything. Just like a little courtyard where everyone can just hang out and have some fun. And let's actually do that in... No, we'll do it with pavement. Because we do it with the dirt, it kind of just all blends together. But I do want to actually stand out just a little bit and try to make it a little curvy. Almost. That's not bad. It's hard to make such a tiny circle. There we go. It does look a little weird, so maybe we'll delete this. Oh no, actually, I think I might like that. Almost like it's someone's patio. Like it's a little courtyard common area. I dig that. Looks all good. Maybe a couple more down here. And that's pretty nice looking. Let's do just a couple more houses on these little blocks. We'll keep those empty. And then a couple more shops along that side, and actually over here as well. A little corner shop. Looking good. How are we doing with our industrial zone? Because we did put this in. Was this last time we put this in, or was that 2 times ago? But we did put this in fairly recently. I think it was 2 times ago. And it doesn't look like they're having any worker issues, which is good. I was a little worried about that, and we still have a lot of demand, so maybe we'll try to squeeze in a little more down here. How's the traffic in this area? Not too shabby. A little busy around the cargo hub, but that is to be expected with the cargo trains. We could even put a second cargo train down here. I don't know if that would make traffic better or worse, but we could certainly give it a try. Because I do think we might go a little more industry down here. Kind of the same sort of deal as we have here. And what do we want to do here? I might actually, let's say if we do this, get our snapping on. If we do that, bring you behind like so, turn it into that alleyway look. I wonder actually, what would it be like if we brought that all the way down like so, and actually have them connect to there. That's kind of wild. I kind of like that. It might cause some traffic issues, but just design-wise, I think that's kind of cool. And also just kind of ties this in a little more than just having it be out all isolated by itself. But I do like that. Now, I think this should be one way though. I don't think this was intended to be two-way. Okay, let's make sure it's going the right way. There we go. And then just move you so we can hopefully make that look good. Oh, or not. So what do we need to do? There we go. Hey, what's up, MP? Welcome to the stream. And that looks relatively good. Just, there we go. So now we have one way. This is also one way, or at least it should be. Going the other way. So we had it one way, just not the right way. For that little cross bit. So then these guys, they can come in, they would go straight across and come to here. And those guys can turn into there. And then also go straight through. So like, if someone's up in here in the roundabout, they can come across, go straight through, if they want to go back to the train hub or whatever we're going to put back there. But I do like that. I think that's kind of nifty looking. I do think this should be, let's make that 45 degree. And we'll do that. That way that's not a huge four-way intersection, or at least try to keep it from becoming a huge four-way intersection. But I take that. I think it's kind of neat. Let's add a little more industrial. Just a tiny bit, and see if they actually want to build. We'll save that rock, of course. We won't disturb the rock. Go right around it. And we'll just do that road. Make sure they have water and all that good stuff. giant roundabout. And that should be good. They will need power, but we can do that pretty easily. And there we go. And they have a connection directly over to here, and then, of course, to the main road as well. Or at least they should. So let's do that. And maybe that as well. See my tweet? Congrats on the achievement. Oh, well, thank you very much, MP. I appreciate that. For those that don't know, I tweeted earlier that I got the Fector's Challenge achievement in Stardew Valley, which is for beating the Journey of the Prairie King minigame without dying. And, oh boy, it's been a long time coming. I don't know how many hours I've been trying to get that. But, oh man, it felt good to get it. Currently still working. Have Monday. You have off Monday through Wednesday? So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? That's awesome. Always good to have some extra days off. Okay, we're gonna add a couple of these to make everything nice and simple. Try to keep the traffic moving as much as possible. You're gonna go straight into there. And that is a little bit of ugly heights. Oh, let's make sure we're only grabbing the nodes of the road. Make them nice and level with the middle bit. I like choosing the middle bit for the level of choice because I feel like it's a good middle point between the lowest point and the highest point. And it usually looks relatively good. Usually. So that works. Let's just lower that a little bit. And then we'll do the same with this guy. Grab the height for that. And look at that, nice and smooth. Looking good. Just do a couple adjustments in here, making sure you guys have to go straight through and you guys have to go that away. And then same thing with this guy over here. Just making sure those guys aren't doing any sort of U-turns in there. You guys are only going into there and coming straight out of there. There we go. It is ready to go. Oh, and it is not ready to go because we have nasty industry in here. We want that to be the nice, clean forest industry. So let's do another district out here. Hey, what's up, Kibitz? Welcome to the stream. Doing pretty well, thank you very much for asking. Hope you're doing well too, Kibitz. Let's have that just go all the way to the coast there, and we'll even have it go down the beach, because why not? Let's get a nice crisp line here, at least attempt to. There we go, that's very satisfying. And then Same on this side. Beautiful. Right up to there. And then the Moore district is going to be that forest industry. There we go. So now when they grow, they won't be nasty and polluting. Because you can see already, just those couple minutes that they were there, already making that ground all nasty and ugly looking. So keep that going. We are getting a little bit of traffic in there, but it's actually not too bad. Still at 84, so that's always good. Alright, the island's doing fine, and then let's go back into here. This road's actually got a lot of traffic. Not a lot of traffic, but it's getting constantly used, which is good. And is this the 2-lane? It's not 2-lane. I might change it to be that 4-lane road. I guess technically 4 lanes, not 2 lanes. Because it is 2 lanes in here. And it's 2 lanes all the way down here. So let's do that. Let's upgrade it. We might have to move or have a little bit of trouble with the pathways. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Yeah, let's pause it. Gonna have to put those back in, unfortunately. Also, the Maestro, thank you very much for the follow. Oh, and yeah, we are getting some ugly bits. There we go. Sorry, guys. Select the nodes. Where's that node? There it is. Hiding from us. Oh yeah, you can see how big of a difference those little pathways make. So I guess I probably should have done this before we put the pathways in. But hindsight's 2020. We'll get them in there. Just shove that in. Bring it a little closer. Make sure we have all those beautiful little trees right in there. And hopefully that won't mess up the housing since we were able to put it back. Although it probably will. They're probably still going to bulldoze. But we'll try not to. So continue going with the 4-lane all the way down. So now actually at the end of the road here, where the 2 lanes come in, we can have some proper connections where you guys only go to there. You guys only go to there. Oops. You guys only come into there because they were able to U-turn there, and we don't want that. We want them only going directly to those spaces. And why is there a car parked all the way out here? That seems a little ridiculous. Just a little bit. Maybe it's just me. But where are they going? They're parking here, and then they're walking down this entire street? Is that what they're doing? Those crazy people. There we go. Much better. Too bad the stream's so late. Stay longer, but you have your AP bio test tomorrow. Alright, Narwhal. Sorry you can't stay longer either, but good luck on your bio test. I'm sure you're gonna rock it, so good luck. Have a good night. Get some rest. Rest is always important before a test. Go in fresh. Alright, there we go. That looks a little cleaner. Oh, and they're already doing crazy things. There we go. Going into there and going into there. Perfect. Just make that look nice and pretty. Or at least a little prettier. And it's still got the lanes, so that is excellent. So that should make the merging a little better. And then we could even go as far as making these couple bits turn only. But I don't think that's necessary right now. We'll let them use whatever lane they want. Well, that is looking good. The houses appear to be okay after the little bit of changes being made. We could then make that 4-lane as well, but I think we were just gonna plan on this becoming like a dead end out here, so I don't think that would be completely necessary. We're not gonna be having any through traffic or anything of the sorts. I do want to put a slip ramp in here, however, at least for right now. This might change, especially if we do our idea of a bunch of crazy slip ramps. We'll just do this for now. And just make sure it's all relatively the same level. So you guys will only go that way, and then that way, this intersection we can have straight only and turn only. Oh, and these U-turns, they will U-turn no matter what. No matter what, they will U-turn. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Let's just make sure they don't treat that as an intersection as well. And I like it. A lot of traffic coming in here, but that is okay. Just means it's a popular area. And look at it. Why wouldn't it be? It's so pretty. Let's continue doing that housing just right in there. Maybe not these couple bits on the edge, because maybe we'll do a little bit of detailing or whatnot in there. And actually, before they start building, we're going to add just a little bit of pathway, maybe a little further, right in there. And I was hoping we'd get something in there. There we go. So I can do full housing all the way. And then just same right there. Full housing all in there, and that looks pretty good. Just making that look nice and pretty. Tuck those in. Get rid of that tiny little gap in there. And we'll curve this up so you don't even notice it. You wouldn't even know it's there if you didn't see me put it in. So that looks pretty good. And then I was saying maybe doing another park on this side, because they've got the flower park over there. I feel like there should be some sort of park on this side. And we were gonna maybe put it where our commercial buildings are, and we still could. Still could get those out of there. Would our basketball court interfere with the offices? It would take away that one. But I think I like it there. I think that's a cool place for a basketball court. Oh yeah, let's go with that. Snug it up to the corner just a bit. But I do like that. Right across the street from the neighborhood. So it's not too noisy, but still within walking distance for most of them. It's also kind of centralized so even the people over here can enjoy it. And it's by some shops, so when they get thirsty and they need to quench their thirst after a long day of playing ball, they can go to Soy and Lentils and get a delicious soy smoothie or something to energize them. Maybe not the best store to have right next door, but that's okay. We'll get something. Alright, I think we should move these though. We've been talking about it. I think the time has come. Let's put them maybe over on that curve. Unless we have another spot. We could put them all the way down here. On this cliff. Wouldn't be too bad. It would be out of the bay, which I think would be good. I wouldn't really want my bay to have sewage being pumped into it. The ocean would probably be a nicer alternative. I didn't even see all the way down here. We could put it maybe all the way down there. That's really far out of the way, and I don't think we're going to build all the way down there. Let's buy that. Let's buy these couple of tiles out here. Oh man, it goes even further than that. There we go. Now we can see the whole map. Or at least most of it. Alright, let's do that. Let's put them down there. Very far away from the city. How many do we have? 4, 8, 12 of those guys. So instead of moving them, I'm just going to place new ones. Because I feel like that'd be quicker. I don't have to keep going back and forth. And how are we doing on sewage, by the way? Maybe we'll put in a couple extras, maybe 2 or 3 more. And oh yeah, we have plenty of space out here. We'll even put maybe a key. So they're all just nice and perfectly lined up. So there's 4. 8. So there's the 12 that we already have, and then we'll do 4 more, since we're kind of doing bunches of 4s, it seems. Now we will have to bring power all the way out here, but it shouldn't be too bad. We could also just put power stations out here. Maybe we'll do that instead, rather than having gigantic power lines. So let's connect you up all the way right to there. And yeah, we'll actually do a little wind farm out here. How about that? Kind of like the idea of that. I think that kind of looks cool. very mesmerizing. But I dig it, and hopefully that means they all have power. Just make sure they're all good to go. Maybe we need a little extra boost. We've got one still not operating. Do we need another one? No, maybe not. Why aren't you operating? Not operating. Any reason? Just don't feel like it? Just don't want to be part of the family? Well, they have plenty of power. I definitely think that's enough power for all of them. Because how much does one require? Does it tell me? Electricity, 1280 kilowatts, and these produce 0 to 8 megawatts, so I think that's well more than enough. Maybe it's just because we don't need it yet. Maybe that's why. Alright, now we have those in. We can come up here and just get rid of all of these guys. And just make this bay a nicer area for everyone. Still need to find a way to get that power out here, though. But hopefully if we do those little small neighborhoods along, we can just naturally connect the power along the road, and then maybe even, you know, need just a smaller connection here rather than a giant one going across the entire bay. But it's working for now, it's fine. I'm not too worried about it. Oh, and we are having an issue with the fires again. Let's maybe do another fire station. We do have one all the way down there, so let's do a second one, maybe even a third one, somewhere in there. Like, I don't think it would be overkill to do a second one there either, especially if we're going to do a lot of industry here. So we'll wait for the fires to go out before we start putting down more buildings, but they are still doing okay. Minus the burn marks, they're doing okay. They don't have any worker issues. So the fires are not deterring anyone from driving to work, that's good. Not the fires again. Always the fires. Nothing but fires. And I'm almost wondering, would it be a bad idea, or would it be a good idea rather, to put a metro station somewhere in the industrial zones? Because I've done that before. I've done sort of like work metros for workers to take to and from their place of business, but typically not a lot of people ever use them. So maybe we'll do that, but maybe not. Let's see if we can sneak in. If I put a road going back to there, can I sneak in a tiny little curve here? Or a tiny little circle? Oh, I think I can. Oh, yes, I can. Oh, we're gonna do that. Do a tiny little circle right in there. Oh, and actually we can't change those roads. It's not perfect, but it's in. And we'll make it perfect. Let's get that going to there, that going to there, and try to square this up. A little bit. We could have also done, maybe we'll do this instead, if we do the large road, and it won't let me change it, right? Nope. But if we move it, will it let me change it then? There we go. See, we always got to work around, and then we have the perfect circle. That's what we're looking for. Let's also take the zoning off of these guys. So it's just those guys in there. And that is looking excelente. So we just have a little neighborhood behind the church. I like that. Not sure what we're actually going to do on the sides of those little roads. If we're going to put anything there, maybe we'll put some more trees, just to fill it up. Keep it sort of isolated, but it's looking good. Hey, what's up, Rebel Sage? Welcome all the way from Toronto. How are you doing? We'll do some housing on there. We'll even do that side road. I think that's fine. Since it is the back of the cemetery. It's not the front. Even though we do have housing on the front anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Oh, and how's the garbage here? Did we put garbage stations anywhere? I don't think we did. No, we did not. So that means all the garbage trucks are either coming from all the way in here, coming down the highway, which isn't too far, but still a little inconvenient, or they're coming all the way from the airport. So I think we should get them their own little bits of garbage. But where are we going to put it? That's the real question. Sleepless night due to heartburn. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, Rebel. Hopefully, you know, you take some Tums or something. I don't know what is good for heartburn, but hopefully you're taking something, and hopefully you'll feel better. We could put our garbage facilities down here by the highway. We could even put them almost on the highway. We could put them right in here. But that would probably be a little sketchy. A little awkward to get to it sometimes. We could also put it, if we wanted to put it down here, we could put it coming off of the roundabout here. Which I'm actually kind of digging. Right to... It's hard to make this work perfectly. No, there's too many guidelines. I wish I could turn off half the guidelines. I don't need all of them, just a couple of them. Alright, well, that'll work. That'll work for what we're doing. That looks pretty good. Doesn't need to be perfect. I say as I make it perfect. Every time. Alright, let's look at our garbage. Yeah, we could squeak these in right here. And it's far away from the housing. Because if we do housing on this side... I think that's good. It's out of the way. It's by the highway. They do have a little ways to go still, but it's a lot closer than coming from the other districts. So we'll see what they do. It looks like they're going on the highway, which is kind of silly, since that's what we're trying to avoid, is them needing to go to the highway. I wish there was a way you could set, I might have said this last time, but set the garbage district. Like if you put it in this district, and they have a district, they only serve this district. I think that would be a cool, like, addition or mod. Because that way you can sort of control where they go. That way these guys aren't going to be hopping on this highway and going wherever they please. Rebel Sage, thank you very much for the follow, by the way. I appreciate that. There we go. That's looking good. And these guys need electricity, so we'll try to get those for them. Let's just make those a little snug, almost like they're one giant recycling plant rather than two little guys. Oh, apparently that's the same level. That is very, very drastically different for an area that's right next to each other. Well, we can smooth it out. There we go, that looks good. And then for power, we'll just do a quick connection going right to there, just for now, until we solve all the power connectivity issues. But I am digging that. That's pretty neat. I do want to do housing sort of on the coast. Maybe not this bit where it's all ugly, or maybe we'll do a little bit. We'll see. And then I do want to do a little bit of housing on the small road, but I think on that major road we might do a few commercial buildings. Maybe not the whole way. Maybe we'll sprinkle in some office buildings. But I think a few commercial buildings here and there wouldn't be too bad, especially like on the corners. We'll do some nice corner buildings, some corner shops. I think those are cool. A couple in the middle. And then interchange a few office buildings. And should we actually make these smaller? I'm thinking we might. Kind of similar to what we did along the main road here behind these houses. So we don't get those huge buildings. We'll grab a pathway. Cut them right through here. That way we get nice full houses on the back side. While still getting a little zoning in there, so we just kind of control the way the zoning splits. We could do 3 and 3, but I want it to mainly be focused on the residential aspect of the zone, and then the commercial and the offices are kind of just the filler in there. Yeah, I like that. since they are smaller on the main road. They're not the focus, but they're still there. And mixed in, I like the mix. I think the mix is good as well. So hopefully they'll build. They do have water already. This side's probably also going to need water eventually, so I'm just going to do this now before it becomes something I forget about. And then are the fires done? Still a little scorched, but they all seem to be out, so that's good. So we'll do just a little more industrial in there. And did we link a metro to this spot? I thought we put one in, but maybe we didn't. I don't think we did. Let's check. No metros, but we definitely should get at least one metro in this area. Maybe two. We could do a metro linking down to here and probably put another metro in down there as well. A lot of crazy metros in here. A lot of wacky lines. But they're getting used, and that's all I can really ask for from them. Especially these guys, these two. In here, oh my goodness. Just cars and people and more people and cars. That's beautiful. All the different colors. And then those wacky bits. But yeah, we could do a southern line going to there, and then we could try a northern line going up to here, and maybe they'll take it and provide workers in here, and that's kind of what I'm going for. That way they don't have to hop on the highway and go across the bay. Did we put a school down here? That might be a... Oh, no, we didn't put school. I don't think we have a schools out policy down here, though. Now we have high-rise ban. We could do schools out and try to make them industrial workers. So let's throw a metro in. And let's put it up on the corner here, where there's some police issues going on. That's how you solve police issues, just replace all the crime with metro stations. And we'll be set. So pretty centralized. I feel like that's good. It's a good spot. And then we'll do another one somewhere up in here. Because we have the airport there, the airport slash island there. Don't think we would need this going all the way to the airport, though. So let's just try a line. We'll go into here. Now we'll make it a little more in the thick of it, just for now, since these places already are established. So maybe they already work here, and we'll see if they use this. So get that going all the way to there. That is quite the metro line. But let's just throw this in and just see if they use it. It makes them happy, which makes me happy. And now we wait. Also, look at this squirrel sitting on a donut. What is this thing? I need to see it. The law accounting. I see it. I see the resemblance. That squirrel definitely seems like an accountant. Interesting. Sometimes the little details in City Skylines, they are fascinating. So we have our metro in. Doesn't look like many people are using it. We do have a couple people using it. I'm assuming they're going to work. Oh no, they're leaving the city. Going to the beach volleyball court. Where's the beach volleyball court that you're going to? They're going to work. Okay, so one person, one out of these 3 people are actually using it to go to work. Where the heck is the beach volleyball court? Over there. So they're taking the metro to here to come down to the beach. Interesting. I guess it gets them a lot closer than driving. Driving, they'd have to come all the way across the island. That's too much. That's too much work. Oh, there they go. They're off. But yeah, not a lot of people using it, as I kind of expected. But that's why we didn't do anything too intricate. Just a little quick connection for those 5 people that actually work here. But let's just keep it for now and just see how it does. Because maybe in the future it'll get some use. And then these guys are built up, which is excellent to see. Let's put some housing in back here. And we'll just do the inside for now. Maybe wait on the actual coast. But I'm digging that. And let's continue our pathways all the way down. Like so. There we go. And then I don't think I'm going to do the same in here. I think we're just going to do the housing. But I think we'll still continue the pathway. We're not going to zone any offices or any commercial. Let's just get the pathway going all the way down to there so it links all the way through. We could even do some bridges so it literally does link all the way through without even having to cross a street. But we'll just do this just for now. Going right down in there, a little bit of a curve, a little bit of an adjustment. And that looks pretty good. I feel like this is an excellent spot for maybe like a small playground or something. Let's see if this would fit. If it looks how I want it to. Oh, it's just a little bit too big. Could do a small playground. Could also do a Japanese garden, or we could do the bouncy castle. Is it bouncy castle time? Are we finally going to get a bouncy castle in the city? Let's just see what it looks like. Oh my god, I think we need the bouncy castle. I think we're keeping the bouncy castle. Yep, that's happening. So this pathway is going to get a lot of use now because everyone's going to be rushing down the street to get to the bouncy castle. I love it. And it fits pretty good. Maybe we'll add a couple trees around it. Maybe a couple rocks around it. Maybe we need a few boulders in here. What do you guys think? I feel like this area as a whole doesn't quite have enough boulders going around. There we go. Looking good. And a couple trees. And actually, a lot of these trees in the bouncy castle are these bright green ones. So we'll add a couple of those, make it look like the bouncy castle park is a little bigger than it actually is. It's also got a couple little spots of bushes, so we'll continue that look as well. Nice little friends for the rocks. Oh yeah, look at that. Look how cozy he is with those bushes in there. Couple more of these nice green trees that they have. Sort of a little privacy from the road back there. And I think that looks pretty good. A little more finished. Still a little more work to do. Especially that area. Maybe we'll do something inside the roundabout. But I do like the bouncy castle. And then these guys are building up, which is excellent to see. Let's do just a little more commercial bits. Just a couple little ones. And actually, we'll space these out even, so it kind of trails off. We'll just do a couple little guys in there. We'll do a big section in there. A bit too wide. And we'll do a couple office buildings. Nothing too crazy. Actually, we'll do one there. And we'll see how that looks. See if it looks weird with them being spaced out, or see if it has a nice trickle to it. Because I don't think this would be all the way filled up to the edge. Maybe it would. But just give them a little difference in densities as they go down. We will keep doing housing all along the inside, though. That is for sure. So I'll just do a little more. And they are still building, which is excellent to see. That they actually want to live out here. I mean, who wouldn't want to live out here on the bay? Especially now that we've gotten rid of those disgusting water treatment plants. Now it's just a beautiful bay. No downside. Land value is only going to go up. It's almost a crime not to buy a house out here. Think I'm selling it pretty good? You think they're going to buy it? I hope so. Let's also do another one of these guys, just because I feel like the asymmetry of it is throwing me off. So there we go. And that's better. And you guys are only going to go, oops, out to here. And then you guys can't turn. To the left because they have the slip ramp, so they have no need to. And then just make sure you guys aren't going to turn back into there, because they will if we let them. Just make sure they don't treat that as a junction. And there we go, that looks pretty good. Traffic still 85% for the entire city, and that just makes me so happy that traffic is not a huge issue. Still a little busy out here. Should we do a little experiment with a second train over on this side? Should we see if that lessens the traffic over there, or if it just makes it worse? We can always delete it. But let's just see. Especially since we have the train line so close to the zone already, and we're going to make it a rather large industrial area. I think it might be good to have. Okay, so let's grab our industrial train, or our cargo train rather. Throw you right in there. And I wonder if... oh, that is dug deep in there. That's a deep station. I wonder if maybe we should put it on this road. Bring that back further. Would that make it a better angle? We could also just change the angle of that. That wouldn't be much of a problem. So let's do that. So we'll take that back to about there. Get rid of this for now. Sorry, train. And we'll have our line go straight through here. It's also just make this look a little nicer, so it's not completely ugly. There we go. That looks pretty good. Just smooth it up. Get rid of the ugly discoloration. Gonna go out to here and out to this guy. Nope. A little too close to the highway. There we go. Slope too steep. Ah, we're on a hill. I see. I understand now. Well, in that case, we'll just go with the bridge then. Pretty simple solution. Still a crazy incline, but the game allows me to do it, so it's not that crazy. And we're just throwing this in temporarily, because this is more or less an experiment just to see how our cargo traffic does. So maybe we'll put it back under. I did like it better under, for sure, especially with this crazy nonsense going on here. But that doesn't look too bad. Very steep coming down. Very roller coaster-esque. And then last but not least, I'm going to throw in a couple of the through lanes as well. Just so we don't have too much traffic with train lines that just want to pass through. Do that right? I think I did. That looks pretty good. So there you guys go. You've got your train connections. You've got power. Just need a little bit of water. There you go. So we'll see how that does. We did make that one way, right? Yeah. And we already have one truck going to it. But will it split up the traffic? Because you can see it's not overly busy in this area, but it's definitely very used. Which is good. I do want them using it. I didn't put the train in for them not to use it. But maybe just the way we designed it with the smaller alleyway roads was a bad decision. There is a lot of traffic just coming all in here then. It might actually help. What if we try this here? If we bring this straight down, that side is going that way. We force them, they have to go that way. But this side we'll force to go that way. Because it does look like a lot of these guys are actually coming down here and then sort of U-turning. That's why this road's super busy. So maybe that'll help. Maybe people will use it. Maybe not. But we're trying. We're seeing what sticks. No one's actually using that. They might just not have the programming in their GPS that tells them that road is there yet. But hopefully they'll start using that. We do have some trains using this. So I think it's good. I think it's gonna be a good thing to have both of them. Hopefully. Especially once we get more industrial, which, let's do some more. Let's keep it going. Let's do, oh, that is a lot. That is a lot to do. But I'm gonna do it. And we're gonna see how quickly the issues arise. Anyone using this? Oh, we do have a couple people. So there we go. So that's going to keep the traffic off of this junction, probably also that junction. Does create a junction there, but hopefully not too many people are using it, so it's not going to back up too much. It's looking good. I'm also thinking maybe this section here should become an asymmetrical bit of road. That way you guys don't have to merge necessarily. And then down here, yeah, you have your own lane and your own lane. So again, just keeping everyone moving. Moving and grooving. Yeah, that seems to be working pretty well. Traffic does seem to be a lot lighter here. And we do have some traffic down here. I think I might have done something right for once in my industrial areas. Finally. I think I'm getting the hang of this game, guys. I'm doing it. How we doing down here? How's our spaced out buildings looking? I think they look pretty good. Maybe we'll add some trees and stuff in between them. I can't tell though. Maybe we'll add one more building right in there. A little too big of a gap. A little office building right there. How's that? Yeah, we'll do two. Hey, what's up, Joe? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Okay, that is looking excellent. I am really digging that. Let's just do some more housing in here. Keep that all filling up. And I do think I'm going to just add a smidge more land right along the coast here. And then hopefully we're going to get that beautiful zoning all the way down. A little bit, and there's a little bit more, and there we go. Just fixing it all. Hey, what's up, Pikachu? Welcome to the stream. What's new in Quokka Beach tonight? Not too much. Nothing too terribly new. Still working on our little hillside hills area, which we need to come up with a better name for. I know we were throwing some around last time, but we'll think of something good. So continuing to build that. We also moved all of our sewage plants all the way out to here. So they're no longer in sight for that lovely bay scenery. Do still have a giant bridge, but not going to do much about that. But yeah, we're just making things look nice. We added a new train station for our industrial zone, which is building up quite nicely. Let's just see if we can keep all that good stuff going. Lancer Bay. Ooh. That's got a nice ring to it. I don't know if that fits in with the Australian theme though. Need like an Australian word. How about Didgeridoo Bay? Just because it gives me an excuse to use the word didgeridoo. How's our housing doing? Still building. We're still waiting for it. We got one guy. One guy's in there. I think I'm going to add some greenery in here. Just put some trees all along this pathway. Nice and green. Boomerang Bay. Ooh, I like Boomerang Bay. Especially since it's sort of shaped like a boomerang. This little district right here. It's got a little bit of a bend to it. It's probably not the exact angle a boomerang is, but, you know, creative liberties. Joey Bay. Joey Bay's a nice koala reference. Also, hey Soxley, what's going on? Welcome. I think we're going to go with Boomerang Bay. I like Boomerang Bay. I think it's been decided. Alright, there's a couple trees. Let's add a couple trees in here as well to kind of fill in the gaps between these buildings to make it look a little more gradual. With the greenery. And I like that. Hey, what's up, Liquid? Welcome to the stream. Dingo ate your baby. Alright. I kind of like that one. Oh my goodness. Dingo ate your baby. It's the gap between bay and bay that really makes that. But we're going with Boomerang Bay. Boomerang. How do I spell boomerang? I don't know how to spell boomerang. Boomerang Bay? Is that right? Yeah, just one R. Boomerang Bay. I love it. Let's actually take a look at the district. Yeah, I feel like now we definitely need the district to go up a little further so it gets that nice arch in there to make it look like a boomerang. Hey, what's up, Lucas? Welcome to the stream. So that's going to go up to there, and then that's probably where it's going to end. Maybe we'll do like a little curve back here. That's a little too big. Maybe we'll actually curve this. I think that would look pretty cool, rather than just being a straight on road coming down here. Maybe have it kind of follow along this coast a little bit. A little more natural looking. Okay, let's go without guidelines. I do like that better. Somewhat. Maybe if we fix the terrain a bit, it won't bother me so much. There we go. Just add a little bit extra land right along the side of the road. That'll do. I'm almost even tempted to split this into our one-way roads. Maybe 2 small one-way roads. Just wonder how that would look. If we had a one-way going down like that. And then we'd have to get it coming back, which is the tricky part. Is that lined up? I guess that is. That's gonna go to there. And there. No, this is where it gets a little funky. Where the curve changes sides. But that actually looks pretty cool. That'll hopefully connect somewhere to here. And then flipped around. I don't know why, but I like this. Just especially since we have all those double one-way roads in here. It's like they kept that core concept, but then just put it on a really small scale out here with this neighborhood. I don't know why I like that, but I do. And then we can put some trees down the middle. I think that would look really cool. And then for the actual areas where the houses are going to be, I think we'll just do some like side streets. Going back into the mountain, into the mountainside. Hopefully a little more level. A little better. And maybe we'll even throw some curves into this. Hopefully. And then hopefully we can get some nice zoning on there. No, maybe not. A little bit of smoothing action. There we go. Now when we do that, that's what we're looking for. That nice zoning in there. Oh, I think that'll look pretty cool. Perfect. Alright, let's actually want this all to be about this height, which does look pretty good. Just add a little bit more flat land. once more. Just getting all of these level with that. How's that? There we go. That's nice. Now we'll just add some curvature to these guys. Bring that in just a bit. We'll add some nice little curves on this, because I don't want it to be just perfectly straight. I do want to have some twists and turns to it. A little more free-flowing. And we could even just make this all one, but I don't know, I like it being split into several small neighborhoods rather than just one gigantic one. And let's see if it'll let us put a road coming off of here. Probably not, right? What if we adjust these ever so slightly? Nope. I wonder why that is. So that's too small? There we go. A little circle right up here. The most remote spot in the city. I quite like that. Just the edge of the boomerang. Lighthouse at the end? Well, we could do a lighthouse at the end. I don't know if a lighthouse down here would really make sense, though, because lighthouses, you know, are typically for, like, ships coming in. This seems like a weird spot for, like, a bunch of ships. Maybe over here a lighthouse would make more sense, for, like, back in the day, when ships were coming into the bay. Also, oh boy. Oh boy. All those beautiful flower trees. They are going up in smoke. Hopefully our fire trucks are on top of their game. But yeah, maybe we'll do one over here. Maybe we could even do it inside this roundabout. That would actually be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Where's my lighthouses? I know we have some. It would go in there. Or over just on the coast. I have another one that I believe you can place anywhere. Somewhere. Is it in here? It's a unique building. There it is. There's my lighthouses. Yeah, we could put a lighthouse over there. We don't have any lighthouses in the city. Compared to the, like, 10 we put in the last city. We're very lighthouse light. Alright, that looks pretty good. And you know what I'm even going to do here? Which is going to serve no purpose in terms of the gameplay, but I'm going to put a very curvy windy path. Going down this little hill. Right to the beach. Right by the water. Oh, I wanted to keep that palm tree, if possible. All right, we'll put another palm tree in. Where's the beach? I guess this is the beach. We've reached the beach. So maybe a little closer. How about right to there? Just going right into the water. Not into the water. We'll have it circle back. There we go. That looks good. I like that. Put that palm tree back. I think that's where it was. A couple extras along the way. And don't we have those little bushes? There we go. These guys. Couple of these going down. And I like that. I like there being a little squiggly path going right to the beach. Water's looking a little beef stew-like. I think that's just the reflections, like the lighting. Because if you look at it a certain way, it's like nice and blue, but then the reflection, it gets a little ugly. I think just also the tropical theme is a little like hazy. I don't know if that's the right word. But I've actually been looking, because I've been watching some other City Skyline streams, and particularly Imperial Jedi. I was watching him earlier today, and he's got some really cool like color correction mods, which I was like, maybe I should get some color correction mods just to make everything look nice and pretty. Because our last city actually had that really cool look to it, because it had a custom map theme and design. So maybe you should install some of those, just to make all the water look nice and beautiful, and then all the, of course, the rocks, kind of make them look beautiful as well. But Boomerang Bay is looking quite nice. I'm really digging this. And I might actually move these closer, because I think I'm going to take the zoning off of this. And yeah, we'll go with the dirt path for these. Hey, what's up, Alfex? It's Monday today, where you are. Well, I guess technically it is Monday for me as well, but I didn't sleep yet, so it's still Sunday to me. I feel like the day doesn't change until I go to sleep. Like, it could be like 4 in the morning, and I'd be like, it's still Sunday. Got an exam today, can't stay for long. Everyone's got exams. I guess it's like end of semester. All the big exams that time of the year. Well, good luck on your exam, Alfex. I'm sure you're gonna crush it. There we go, that looks pretty good. Let's grab these guys and just pull that a little closer. And And then maybe we'll put some houses on the back end. Yeah, I like that. Try to grab all of those. Oh, missed one. Almost had. There we go. Just squeeze it in. And that looks pretty good. Hey, what's up, Captain Obvious? Welcome to the stream. Awesome. So we've got our little neighborhood roads, we got our pathways. Looking good. I don't know if I'm going to zone this side or not. That's yet to be determined. But I do definitely want some trees. And should we go with the palm trees? Should we go with the big trees? The green trees are kind of nice. I like the big trees though. They kind of cover everything up pretty nicely. Just going to have those go all along the middle bit here. Looking pretty good. We could mix up the trees, but I think just having them in there, looking good. All the big green guys. Because we could have done palm trees, but that would have just been too many palm trees. We've got enough in the wild. Keep that going all the way right to the end. And there we go. Look at that. Look at that lovely neighborhood back there. That is adorable. And then we can also bring these bits across. I probably should have done this first. Whoops. There we go. Those can just go straight across. Let's have this top one go straight across. But not the bottom one. Yeah, and then same over there. That works. That works for me. And that industrial demand, not going away. It is sticking around. How's our workers doing? Doing just fine. Don't see any issues over here. Let's also just double check that we're not having any issues on these guys. I don't think we would, since they were already doing good. But you never know, just to make sure. It's always good to check in, just make sure the city's still functioning the way it's supposed to. I'll come in here with a little more industrial all along. Oh, that's not industrial. That's residential. There we go. Industrial all in there. And they're not even hesitating to build. Look at that. Just popping up as fast as we can put them down. How's the traffic doing? Still 85%. Yeah, it does look like a little less busy, if not a lot better. Definitely less red, more orange. And it also looks like this little right-hand turn lane and the two-lane split is helping us out too. Just keeping people moving quickly and efficiently. I'm almost tempted to also put a two-lane split here, so they can have the one lane that goes directly into there. Let's do that. It's not going to hurt, right? It just gives me another excuse to use that asymmetric road, because I love them so much. I don't know why. I don't know why I like the asymmetric road so much. Especially since when I'm like designing roads and like planning out areas, I'm usually all about the symmetry and trying to make things perfect. But a road that's asymmetric in itself, it's fascinating to me. So we'll do that. Also, just make sure you guys aren't really treating it as a junction. And making you guys only go straight into there. And I think that'll be good. I like it. Oh, let's also put some little slip ramps in here, just to help speed them up as well. Actually, I don't know why I didn't do this earlier, because it's typically what we do. I guess we're just waiting for the area to build up, but that is fine. We got around to it eventually. Let's grab all those node points and make them all nice and level, at least relatively nice and level. And try to make this a little smoother in there. That's kind of better. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, but actually, maybe it is what I meant to do. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Just lower that just a smidge. Make sure all the lanes are going where we want them to. So you guys only going into there. You guys only crossing. You guys going straight through, and you guys going to there. Perfect. So just speeding that up a little bit. Also making sure you guys don't really treat that as a junction, even though I don't think they would because it is the one-way road, but just to be sure. Actually, I think this one probably could use that. There we go. Yeah, that was looking good. Let's check in on our metro station that we put in a while back, see if people are actually using this. I don't think they are. 2 people. We got it. Oh boy, what a day. Anyone taking it to work? A couple people taking it home? Yeah, just a few people. Not the resounding amount of people we were hoping for. So we'll probably change that as we continue to build. Hey, what's up, Macario? Is it Macario or Macario? I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong, or if either of those are both wrong. I apologize, but welcome. How are you? Alright, let's grab a couple more of these trees. And just keep them going. Macario? Okay, so I was almost right the first time. Second time, I'll take second time. Second try. Better than nothing. Alright, let's do a bunch of trees all in here. And then we'll add a couple pathways just to sort of fill up this little gap right here. have it going from this corner, curving it down into here. And add some extra curve to it as well. Oh, let's also take the snapping off. Found a really neat game called King of Thieves on mobile. Good concept. Have a feeling it's going to become pay to win. All of those pay to win games. Is that like Sea of Thieves? King of Thieves? It's the sequel. What's happening right now? We're just doing some building, having some fun. We're working on our little bay area right now. And we'll give a little overview of the city if you're new coming into the stream. Welcome to Quokka Beach. This is our Australian-themed city, based mainly off of the capital of Australia, Canberra. Started with this tiny little town up in this area, and it's quickly grown to be a giant behemoth of a sprawling metropolis. And our newest little area, Boomerang Bay, over here. Starting to get the outskirts of the city built up, and it's just looking pretty fun, pretty funky, and most importantly, we're enjoying it. That's all that matters. And we're also getting a little more industry, which we haven't been touching much of lately. We've been moving mainly to the office zoning, especially over here. But then as we've gotten to the bay and our demand has increased, we're getting a little more industry back in the picture, and it's working out pretty well so far. Traffic's still at 85%, so that's not bad. Am I from Australia? I am not, unfortunately. Sometimes I wish I could live in Australia, but just the inspiration for this build. Just trying something new, something a little different. We also have the left-handed traffic turned on, so that's been giving us quite a fun time trying to figure all that out. Also, there's a fire. Oh no, is there a fire? We have another fire. Where's our fire? Did I miss it? Is it happening? I'm not seeing a fire. Is that a false alarm? Or did they get to it? Were they quick enough for once in the city? Not setting the entire place on ablaze? I think we're good. I think we're safe. No one's burning down. A GG fire service. Finally, they got one. It's about time that they start catching those fires. They keep letting them slip through. Oh yeah, this is getting a little busy in here. But it's doing okay. How's our cargo trains doing? Are we having any traffic with those? Because they were getting jammed up last time, but I think we solved it with our through roads in there. Well, they're still getting a little busy. And they're actually not even using the through road. I guess if they don't have to. They don't need to. But they're there if they want them. Let's keep filling this up. How's the water out here? We're good. We could use some more water, though. Just in general. And we have all the pumps out here, which are still just, you know, doing just fine. I think I might put in some water towers, though. Just because I think they might look cool. If we throw them in down here. Maybe by the entrance. Maybe if we put a couple water towers going through here. couple there. That might be ugly. Ooh, that is a little ugly. But we can move those, hopefully. There we go. Especially since it's industrial zone. I think the water towers are a nice welcome to the industrial zone. They might be a little too close to the road though, so let's back them up just a little bit. Just so they're not touching the road. Make the roads the 4-lane, and at the junction only allow the middle 2 to cross. That way the trucks will stop on the outer lanes without blocking traffic. For which parts? Are you talking about, like, here? Like, within the zone? Or are you talking about the main street? Because the main street seems to be doing fine. Or are you talking about just the industrial zones in general? For where the trucks are turning off and stopping. The inner streets? Gotcha. Yeah. That probably would, you know, help the traffic and stuff. For sure. But I just like the look of the smaller alleyways. And it's not a huge problem right now, so I'm just going to leave them as they are. But if they do become an issue, that is definitely something that we can do to help resolve it. Alright, back these up. Let's put them back there. That's better. And put these guys down. Those look nice and level with the ground. Oop. And why is that not raising? Oh, did I break the game? Sometimes this happens with the water towers. I don't know why. Whenever I try to lower and raise them, we get to a certain point and then the game just does not like us anymore. It's like, stop raising it. Stop messing with the move it mod. Oh yeah, we're frozen. We're frozen in time. But it usually goes back. Hopefully. Might have to reload. They have a 4-lane road with the width. Oh, we do have that. We have the network extensions mod. We don't have network extensions 2, but we have network extensions 1. So we do have the 4-lane. There it is. Small 4-lane road. Because that's actually what we're using over in the Boomerang. That's what this guy is. Alright, is the game going? There we go. It's going back. Let's see if we can move these, though. Oh, there they go. Just took a little messing with. Nope, let's do it again. Alright, we'll just leave those be. We'll just get away from them. Don't want to look at them. How's the zoning doing, though? Zoning's doing it pretty good. Oh, it looks like our flower park is finally looking better. So that's good. I don't know why am I getting a construction notification over here. What is happening? Move it, mod. Causing trouble again. Alright, how they look. Alright, they're better. What if I pause the game first? Will that help? Oh! And just like that, Magic. Fixed. Alright, so they look good. They're connected. We have a little more water. So let's keep on going. Come on. Come on, game. Uh-oh. I don't know if we're gonna make it to 400,000. We're getting some issues. Alright, won't worry about it. I'm excited for Park Life. I am very excited for Park Life. I'm always excited for some new City Skylines content. And especially ones that will allow us to actually make some custom parks and have them actually provide happiness and custom pathways for people to walk around. Should be very exciting. Alright, keep that going all the way down here. Alfex, thank you very much for the 4 bits. And also Macario, I don't think I said thank you for the follow. I can't remember if I did or not, but thank you very much. I appreciate that. And also Vita Vita, welcome to the stream. Alright, get that going all the way down here. Oh, hopefully. Getting all those houses. There we go. There we go. F Muzzy, thank you very much for the follow as well. These guys are going to build. Let's see if we... Oh, there they go. Let's see if we get them power, but they're going to need power anyway, so let's get that in. So they're good to go. And then, oh yeah, we're doing our little pathway in here. Almost forgot about that. But we didn't forget, because we're still here. And we'll do a couple trees this side as well, and then we'll actually do a couple of these so we get a little tree diversity. And then maybe even just 1 or 2 big bright, actually not the big bright, let's go with the big bold. There we go. Don't stand out as much. And then last but not least, couple of these little guys just sneaking in there. That looks pretty good. Hoping the DLC doesn't break too many mods. I know that's always an issue whenever a new DLC comes out, but usually like the big ones are fairly quick to either get fixed or don't have many issues. And then there's always like lists on like the subreddit, and I think Steam even has some lists for ones that get fixed, so just keep an eye out for those. What are we building? Well, currently we are working on Boomerang Bay out here, which is the newest area in our city, which, if we take a little overview, has gotten quite large, but we're starting to get a little more to the remote locations now. And it's coming along pretty well. Also doing a little more industrial up here along the highway. But it's looking pretty good. And then I think maybe, since we're getting a little full on there, once we get that edge filled up, we'll start working on our little neighborhoods in here, because I think those are going to look pretty cool. Vita Vita, thank you very much for the follow. those are all zoned, but they're very slow to build, which is understandable. They're probably really expensive houses, being remote and so close to the bay. So only the rich people can afford those, not the plebs. But yeah, this city has gotten quite large, especially for the population we have, because we are doing a lot of the low density zoning, especially early on. We're doing a lot of low density, a lot of squigglies, a lot of sprawling neighborhoods, but still quite compact, just the low density style. And in the southern part, we got a little more high density, but we're starting to get back to that low density look, especially as we get out to sort of the sprawling, curvy road out here. Any ideas for city building in the future, like future cities, or just this city in general? Because I haven't really thought about future cities too much. There's been talks of maybe doing another snowfall city, which would be pretty cool, because I haven't done too many of the snow maps. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Do I take suggestions in terms of like cities? Yeah, feel free to, you know, give ideas. Can't promise anything, but I think actually the Australian one, no, the Australian one was me, because that was just me looking on Google Maps. But there were ideas for like European cities, stuff like that floating around, which there's still a chance of doing in the future. But yeah, I was looking on Google Maps, the way this city came to be. I was looking in Google Maps, I zoomed in on Canberra, which is the Australian capital city, and I saw essentially this giant circular roundabout city center area, which we've done our best to sort of, not necessarily copy, but definitely lift some ideas from, get inspiration from. So we kind of started with that as the core of this city, and have been taking the inspiration from Canberra as we design all the areas. Of course, some of the areas are just our own sort of designs, especially Boomerang Bay out here. I don't think Boomerang Bay exists in Canberra, but it still looks pretty cool for Quokka Beach here, so can't complain. How are these guys doing? Still slow to build. I think maybe they could use a park out here. Let's give them maybe not a plaza, not a basketball court. We could do a tropical garden. We've been doing a lot of tropical gardens though. I feel like maybe something else would be good for a change. A small playground. We probably could fit the large playground. Yeah, that would fit. It would take up a lot of the space, but not necessarily in a bad way. Actually, I kind of like that being there. Let's do that. Let's throw you in there. And we'll center you up a little bit more. And actually, I like that being there because we can cut out those bits and connect them straight from there to there. Let's actually not actually connect them. We'll do an extra bit. So we have an extra little node point, hopefully. What's going on with the pathways? There we go. Because if we do that, we can manipulate that node point. Because whenever you connect something to a park or a building via pathways to an existing pathway. It doesn't really like messing with it when you use the Move It mod. So that way that path continues through, but it also has a little stop at the park. So I like that. How does the nighttime DLC work? The nighttime DLC? You're talking about the After Dark DLC? Because the After Dark DLC is just like specializations. Like our tourism area is the After Dark DLC. If you're just talking about like a nighttime view of the city, we did take a look at that recently, a couple streams ago, and we can do it again because I do love looking at the city at night. Because I do love seeing my creations all lit up. So, yeah, we'll take a look when it goes to the dark side. Looking at Canberra right now on Google Maps, and you can see the inspiration. Yeah, the center city area down here, especially where we started, definitely has the strongest sort of direct inspiration from the Canberra layout. Just the way the giant circle comes in with the dual roads instead of just a single main street. We have the two one-ways is very much inspired by Canberra. Just the way sort of our stadium is sort of set up and all the curves. Just another way to approach a city, because sometimes, you know, when you're building cities and city skylines just with your own designs, you can very much sort of get into not necessarily a rut, but just sort of do the same thing over and over again, sort of repetitive. So sometimes, you know, coming in, shaking things up, getting some left-handed traffic, getting some crazy giant circle bits going, can really just give you a spark of something different. So that's kind of what we were going for here. And this side, actually, we were gonna make this a rather smaller roundabout, but we ended up basically making it the same size, but I like how it turned out. So this side is definitely much more of our own creation, while trying to still replicate that Canberra look, but it's been working out pretty well. Can't complain. Also, the traffic, 85%. I did not think that would happen, especially with the way the roads were laid out, but it's doing pretty well. I guess those designers who built Canberra really know what they're doing. Thought Brisbane was the capital of Australia. Interesting. Usually people think it's Sydney, which is understandable because it's kind of like the largest, most well-known city in Australia, especially to Americans. But no, it's actually Canberra. So that's your fun fact for the day. Alright, these guys look like they're already completely built. Ooh, did we not do... Ah, I see. The district ends there. Well, that is unfortunate. Because I do want this to still be within the district. So those houses are going to rebuild, but that's okay. Because we do have the self-sufficient housing, you can see the difference between just a normal house like that, very modern, or I guess very just classic, and then these guys, very modern and sleek looking. So we want that look, not necessarily the old-fashioned look. So let's delete these guys. I'm sorry. They were beautiful homes, but not what we were looking for. And then hopefully that'll get the power to the park in there. Oh, and what do we have going on over here? Is it worker issues finally? Oh no, it's just fire. It's fire and police. Well, that's a relief. Don't worry, guys, it's just a large fire. We're fine. How is police out here? We do have a station there. Let's maybe throw another one in over here. Help them out just a little bit. Which neighborhoods need schools? We might throw a couple schools in. We do have a schools out policy though, because we're trying to hope that maybe they would work in these industrial zones, but it doesn't actually look like a lot of them want to do that, so maybe we'll switch it up and actually put some schooling in there. Make it look all nice. Oh, and the sun is beginning to set. Beautiful sun. Oh, and the fires really shines bright in the dusk hour. You can also really see the polluted areas where all our garbage is. Oh, but look at the lights turning on. What a view. Oh, that's a cool view. With the bay in the background. Oh, that transition. The golden hour. Definitely a lot more bright downtown, but that's kind of what we were going for with all that low density. We wanted... Oh man. You can really see some of the crazy designs at night. Especially like the squiggles in there. All the curves, but it does look super awesome. And I like that. I like the fact that you can actually see the road designs. You can see the downtown a lot more densely packed. Can't quite see the actual road designs itself, but in the housing neighborhoods, you get that nice design look. The butterfly. Gotta love the butterfly at night. Looking cool by the international airport. And the road going all the way around that island. That just looks amazing. They come in for the close-up look, the close-up view. Get that night sky, the beautiful bay. The aquarium, all lit up. Is awesome. And that's why I love the day-night cycle. A lot of people, just turn it off and forget about it. But every now and then I like to go back and turn it on. It's moments like these, because we can just take a look and see the beauty of what we built. Because it just gives you a whole new perspective on the city, a whole nother side of it. And also the fires look so gorgeous at night. Burning bright in the night sky. How long did this take? Let's see. I think this is like our... trying to think how many parts I've uploaded to YouTube. I think this is part 18, and I stream usually for, let's say on average 4 hours per stream, so I would say 60, 70 hours, somewhere around there, which seems like a lot. So maybe that's not right, but I'd say somewhere around that. Alright, let us get back to the task at hand. Let's come down here to Boomerang Bay, see how they're building. Slowly building up. Also, Lambert, thank you very much for the follow. so close to getting that power hooked up. Let's do those houses. And you know, maybe we'll do a school somewhere out here. I don't know where we'd put it now, though. Now that everything's sort of built up already. We could put it down here, like in this little space. A little elementary school, maybe? Like a fancy elementary school? We could also put it in an area in here. We could maybe sneak it. Oh, we could put it there. Where's the fancy one? There's the fancy one. Almost fits. And then there's this corner. That's actually a good corner for it. You know what? Let's do it there. That's a good spot. Or maybe it's not. I do like that building, though. It's a really cool looking building. Oh. Yeah, just smooth that out a little bit. There we go. Why do I use the brush for zoning instead of the bucket? I use the bucket sometimes. It just depends on the area. Because like we're doing this entire thing, so I find it easier just to do one click and then drag rather than the bucket where you have to click everything. It's also a little more satisfying to like paint it in. I don't know. It feels a little more artistic. So how's our school? They do have power, they do have water. And hopefully they're increasing the land value. Is that a weird spot for that? Now I'm concerned. Now I'm overthinking it. Maybe we'll move it down a little bit. What if we move you down just a little bit and put another small playground here on the corner? That way it's not super close to the houses, but it's still in close proximity. And then of course they get another park, so that should make them happy. Have I considered building houses on the mountainsides, like in the suburbs of the LA area? I don't think we're going to build on the mountain per se. I've kind of just been going along the base of it with no real intention of actually going up the side of it. Let's turn that off so we can see what we're doing. I was more or less just going to sort of go along the flat bit out here and almost use the mountain as sort of our border. So that's where we go up. Sort of like we did with our highway over here, where see the edge of the city along the mountainside. We did toy with the idea of putting the observatory up here, which we still could do. So even if we don't like zone maybe like large streets or neighborhoods or anything, we definitely could do just like a windy path going up to the observatory. That might look kind of cool. And it is a little flat. You know, it almost does plateau here a little bit. Where a neighborhood up there wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world. Well, we'll see where the city takes us. We're not really, you know, set in stone with what exactly we're going to do or what we're going to build, so we're flexible. Just doing what comes natural, sort of. Let's get a few extra trees in here just to kind of fill this park up. Make it look like a bigger park than it actually is. And we'll even do a couple extra pathways in here. Turn all the snapping off. Just get some curves going in like that, because I think that looks kind of cool. And then right here would be a good spot for a couple big boulders. And let's do sort of the same over here. Not identical, but just another little curve. I love the observatory idea. That is a pretty cool idea, especially since observatories, if we do put it in the city, would be, you know, in a spot with a good vantage point. Would make sense. Okay, I like that. Do we have a hospital? We have mostly just the smaller medical clinics is what we're using for the majority, because we are trying to keep this not as much of like a giant building city. More, you know, high-rise ban is on most of the city. Obviously low-density housing. So we've been trying to stick with like the smaller service buildings as well. That being said, we do have a couple of the large hospitals. You can see all the little tiny medical centers scattered throughout, but I think this might be a giant hospital. Yeah, we have a big one down here, and it is amongst some of the high-density housing that we do have in the city, so it fits in with the zoning. And then I think down here we have another one, if I recall. Yep, right here in the middle of this sort of circular bit, which looks pretty cool. And we might even have a few more scattered throughout. I think down here, again, more high density means slightly larger buildings. And that looks pretty good. Alrighty, what were we doing? What was I doing? Was I working down here? I was doing the elementary school, that's in there. Oh, the pathways, that's right. The curvy bits. So we'll do a few more of these little guys. See if we can get a couple big ones. No? No big ones? Now it gives me the small ones. There's a big one. But whenever I want the small ones, it always just gives me big ones. Alright, keep those going, just making it look like one big park. And that looks pretty good. And I like that. Let's add just a couple little bushes as well. Just to add a little fluff to the area. Especially like on the corners. And right in there. That's perfect. How do you get the rocks to random rotate? Oh, the way you rotate a rock is when you select the rock. You can do this with the big rocks or the little rocks. If you hold down right click and then drag left and right, it'll actually I'll give it a little dance for you. You can do a little ballet. La la la. Just dancing rocks. Beautiful. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with the trees. I wish you could rotate the trees. There are mods to like randomly rotate the trees. But obviously we don't have that because they are like all facing the exact same way, which looks a little weird sometimes. Especially when they're like a bunch in a line like that, you can definitely see they're very much facing the same direction, which looks a little artificial. But there are mods for fixing that as well, but you can't do that just in the vanilla game like you can with the rocks. But that's okay. That just means the rocks are better. So we'll just do a couple more of them. Actually, maybe we'll do a shrub. Let's not do the shrub. The shrub looks a little messy. Let's do another tree. Actually, why does that look so messy? There we go. That's better. Just have to space them out a touch more. Alright, now that looks pretty cool. Not perfectly symmetrical, but we weren't going for perfectly symmetrical. We're just trying to make it a little fun looking. I think we achieved that pretty well. We could even do a couple little connections going like right in here, but that might be a little overkill. Or maybe not. I kind of like that. Just another extra little bit. Kind of gives that curve a reason. And just adds another little curve. Yeah, let's do that. I like that. We could even use the Move It mod to hopefully get a bit in there. And we'll grab the Move It mod, get it going all the way into here. Ah, what about that? Extra connection like so. Now we're talking. Because there's almost like a little gap in there, which is perfect for a pathway. And normally you wouldn't be able to do this, but with the power of the Move It mod, anything is possible. There we go, that's looking good. We'll just add another little tree right there. And that is almost perfect. Did I get a big tree in here? Can I get a big one? Where's the big ones? Oh, it's because I'm only using the small ones, that's why. There's a big one. That looks a little better. And I dig that. So we got some connecting pathways, we got the playground, we got all the housing filling up quite nicely. We'll put just a touch more in there. And then we'll do these guys down here on the extremely fancy roundabout. There we go. Just make that look super nice. And let's even do a pathway connecting this road up to that road. That way, if they wanted to walk to the park, they can, without too much effort. Let's actually break those up. Just have them go on either side of the road. Does that look weird to have that? I think that's okay. It's the lazy way to do curvy roads or curvy pathways. Just make them straight and then curve them up. But that actually looks kind of cool. And I don't know if I actually like that. Let's get rid of, whoops, get rid of that bit. And just have the one. Yeah, I like that. I'll add a couple little trees. And that looks a little more like that park just sort of expands all the way out. And make the land nice and smooth. Perfect. I am loving that. Now, do we want to zone on this side of the road? That's a question that I'm not sure about. Because we don't have a lot of room, obviously, so we'd have to zone right along the road. And I'm not too thrilled about that idea. But what we could do, maybe this would look cool. So if we almost continue our dirt path idea. Let's try to... If we did a long wiggle. And yeah, almost make it like a large park. But maybe not that. The other option is we can make it like a bridge pathway, which might be a little safer in terms of just, you know, people not falling into the water. So let's give this a try. Let's see how this is gonna look. Because we can make it a bridge, but not have it too high off the ground. Do a little bit like that. And if we actually made it the same height as the road, no, I guess it's still a little sunken. If we put it a little further out, it might work. Because that way it's the same height as the road, so it doesn't actually elevate, it just stays nice and level. And they can go right along that coastline. I think I like that idea. there, and there. Let's just do this little bit for now, just to get it all started. And we'll put in a ramp there, put in a ramp there, and then we'll deal with the other bits. But let's just select the heights of all this, and hopefully just the pathway. I guess it doesn't matter if we select the road, because the road should be level anyway. Mostly level. Lower that just a smidge. And that looks pretty good. Obviously we're gonna throw some curves to this, so it's not super ugly. Into that as well. Refix the heights, because even the slightest moves, when you do it on a hillside, it will mess it up a little bit. Oh, there we go, now it's nice and perfect. And that's just a cool sort of like boardwalk-esque sort of pathway going along the bay. I like that. Yeah, maybe we will do something in there. Maybe not houses. Maybe we'll do like a few tiny shops. Maybe a little bit akin to the tiny shops and offices we did on this side. And then we also have this coastline to figure out something with. But I like this for down here at least. So we'll keep that going all the way down. And we'll just have it stop here, not go all the way, all the way. I mean, we could go all the way to here. But I think that's a good point. Then we'll get you coming into there. Let's also just add the curves from the get-go, since we actually know what we're doing now. Although this area is going to be a little tricky, because it does actually curve and then curve back. But that's not bad. And you're going right into there. That looks a little better. These guys. Nope. Make them all the same height. And that just looks nice and smooth. We'll add a little bit of a curve to this though. Welcome back, Vita. And those heights should be okay, but just double checking. Yeah, they're good. So that looks pretty good. So we got the walkway going all the way down. We could maybe throw in a couple extra bits connecting to the main road, so let's actually do that. Let's put, say, one there. It's probably good. And we'll do one more across from that street, even though technically they can't cross the street there. We could put a little tiny pathway in there if we wanted them to be able to. So let's see, if we just put in the smallest tiny bit. Whoop. There it is. Smallest bit. So I'll move the tree a smidge. And there we go. A little tiny pathway, allowing them to cross through. So what are we building now? Just this little, I guess, boardwalk. I don't know what you'd call this. Shoreline pathway. Or at least trying to make something a little fancy looking. I think this should maybe curve. Or just continue straight through rather than curve. Might look a little better. That kind of looks a little cool. I feel like we should maybe adjust the dirt just a smidge over here. There we go. I like that better. Have one of these in your city, Rocket Hawks. Well, that's cool. Is it as nice looking as this? It's probably better. But hopefully this is not bad. I kind of like this. Alright, Macario, thank you very much for hanging out and being here. And again, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. And all the follows tonight, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of them. Can't thank you guys enough for all the support you guys give me. Alright, I'm gonna do a little bit of commercial here. Not much, but a little bit. Just in here. Across from the park. Oh, also, is this a one-way bit here? I don't know if it is. It's supposed to be. There we go. And then same down here. Actually, no, it doesn't need to be one way, because they can come down to go that way. This one probably should be one way, but we'll let them. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, because if it's one way, or if it's not one way, they have to turn there anyway. Yeah, we'll just leave it. Yours is nicer, I bet. It's still a work in progress, but hopefully it turns out okay. Hopefully it's decent by the end of it. Alright, there they go. They're starting to build. Starting to get some little guys in there. And we'll do a few little more in here. And we're just doing those 2 deep buildings. Nothing too big, nothing too grand. Because I don't actually, I don't want to obscure the view. That lovely view. We don't want to just throw a bunch of buildings in there and block it, so we don't want like massive office buildings or anything like that. But hopefully, especially since they're organic, hopefully they're relatively small and not blocking the landscapes. Hey, what's up, Ellie? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? What do we got here? Shopping center? Gas station? What are we looking at? Organic dry goods. Must be hard keeping them dry when you're so close to the bay. Let's do a few more trees. A little more detailing. Back in here, just add some of these guys by the pathway. Not bad. I wonder if maybe I should make that like a nice refined path with like palm trees. I think that would look fancier. Let's do that instead. Let's keep the few extras we put in, but right along the path we're gonna make it look super nice and well manicured. So let's grab palm trees. And how many do we want to do? That's the real question. Sort of in line with the giant trees along the road. Yeah, I like that. Especially when we get in there all nice and close. Yeah, that definitely looks much fancier than just a bunch of trees. But at the same time, you know, they do have a little privacy now with a couple trees, not a direct view of the backyard. Man, look at speaking of views. Look at that view. Definitely got to get rid of the power lines. But, besides the power lines, it's looking pretty nice. Got the city skyline in the background. Got a couple people already walking around using this. Just excellent to see. So let's continue the palm trees down on this side as well. Actually, let's just move these back a little bit. Thank you very much for the follow. I'm sorry I can't read your name, but I appreciate the follow nonetheless. Alright, there we go. That in right there. Keep going all along there. And we won't do over there because that is its own little park. Can we get in there? Can we get in there deeper? Can we go deeper? There we go. Definitely very green. Maybe too green. Are there too many trees? Is there such a thing as too many trees? I like that though. I think that's looking good. The organic shops are looking pretty good as well. And how busy is this road? It's getting a little busy, because we do have that one way. I think I'm gonna put a couple parking lots here. Because I like all these buildings. But it is gonna become a lot if we do the whole row. But if we break them up a little bit with some tiny parking lots, that way at least it's not as much. It is a little not flat. Parking lot probably should be flat. There we go. That looks pretty good. Yeah, so now we got the parking lots to break up the commercial just a little bit, while still looking like one area. I wish I actually had a parking lot that was only 2 deep. We could just cheat it and go like that. Oh, no, we couldn't. Can't do that. What to do? Maybe I'll make an asset. Maybe I'll make a 2 deep parking lot. So we'll leave those little gaps. And I'll try to remind myself. I'll make myself a note. Make a 2x3 parking lot. I've been meaning to try to make some more little custom parking lots anyway. Just because I find them so handy. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to go all the way down there. Good to there, and maybe we'll lower this just a smidge right here to make that nice and flat. That looks pretty good. Yeah, we'll maybe do the same. Yeah, like this little spot here would be a good spot for a parking lot. Do a little more zoning as we get the need for it. Let's check on our industrial area though, which is burning down as usual. Oh, and we are having some train traffic in here. But the cargo traffic, the truck traffic, is actually doing really well. So that makes me happy. Oh, I also want to make sure these guys... I don't want you guys to be able to turn there. You guys can go there or there. And I also don't want you guys to be able to turn back. And I think we're good. That's the way it should be. Yes. I think so. Is this the city with the high-rise walkway near one of the subways? We do have a few of those. I think we have one in particular that's extremely busy. And I believe that's right here. And it actually doesn't look too busy right now. Oh, I may have spoken too soon. Here they all come. The hordes of people. There they are. There's the stampede. Oh yeah. An awesome view of the city with all the people walking around. The hot dog truck! We got a hot dog truck. We got 2 hot dog trucks. That's awesome. Oh, that's so satisfying to see though. Just all those people actually using the metros and actually using the walkways as well. Yeah, because the traffic, it would be a little scary to cross this street, especially with that amount of people, so that walkway definitely helping them out, helping them get from one side of the street to the other, from one metro station. And how's the traffic doing just in general? 86%? Do you think we could get this city up to 90% traffic? What would it take to get to 90% traffic? I wonder. Because we're not too far away from it. I mean, 5% is, I guess, kind of a big jump for a city of 113,000 people, but I feel like it might be obtainable. Alright, traffic's not too bad in here. So let's keep doing a little bit of industrial. Keep it going. Keep it coming. Although, I don't want this. I don't want that zoned. Because that feeds into here. So let's go with the side streets instead. Let's do those guys. Yes, let's do this. Maybe we'll do offices right here on the middle bit. Just to also sort of split up the industrial overload. Because we do have quite a bit of it now after not having much at all. I'm looking at this bridge here and trying to see if there's a way that we can make that look a little better, because it's a little haphazard right now, I feel like. I feel like it's kind of just thrown in willy-nilly, because it probably is. But I don't know how else we do it. We could, instead of having it come from the roundabout, have it come from here. Come straight off of here, down to here. And that would maybe look a little better. How many people are using it? Maybe this will determine. Why is somebody stopping there? I'm very confused why people are stopping on the bridge. Interesting. Alright, that guy's going all the way through. And they are going to this area. For the most part. Alright, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna bother with it. At least not right now. Maybe it'll change in the future. jumpers on the bridge. They're just stopping above the highway. Oh God. Now I'm thinking horrible things about this city. It's supposed to be a kind, lovely city. Alright, look at this. Look at me. I'm never done messing with my highways. Ooh, that is steep. This probably should have been done a long time ago. Hey, what's up, Mr. Smithers? Welcome to the stream. There we go, that looks pretty good. Nope, almost. Yeah, let's pull this a little closer. Oh. There we go, so that stays a bridge a little longer. So now we can actually come in here with the smoothing tool and just smooth that up all the way to there. There we go. AKA Chupa Squirrel. Oh, Chupa Squirrel. What's going on? Good to see you again. A little bit of a name change. Alright, that makes me a little happier with how that looks. Always making slight improvements. Just to make the city a little nicer. Yeah, it looks nice and smooth. And that side's fine the way it is. Perfect. I like that. We could actually bring this down a little more, because it does go under the train line. But that's actually pretty good. It'll do. And then I think, because of those changes, I guess this still has to be that height. I guess it doesn't need to be that height. That's got pretty good clearance on it. Those trucks have plenty of space. Let's bring that down. Just a little bit. Maybe to there. I think that's good. And what did I do here? Pretty good. Go into here. And there we go. Nice and smooth all the way down. Relatively smooth. Okay. Slight altercation. Or alteration. Anyone using our metro station here yet? No one? Still just those same 3 people? Which is a bit unfortunate. Where could we connect this to? Where could we connect Boomerang Bay to? We could connect to the airport, but I feel like that's, again, very limited use, similar to our industrial zone up here, which, let's just get rid of you. And all of this, we'll get rid of. But I do want there to actually be a metro station here. Maybe we'll finally get the southern line together. Oops. Metros, lines, let's get rid of you. I know, it's sad. Your metro's gone. Because we do have a metro station down here. But I think one in this sort of area would be good. Maybe by the community pool, somewhere in there. Or just this large intersection. Or even do our usual thing of having two near each other. And then they could use that as a transfer point. We could also do a station down here and then just have a transfer line between the two. I kind of like that idea. So let's find a nice spot for our metro. Where's our sort of center of this area? Because we have a lot of low density and a little bit of low density, but we have high density in here. And I feel like those high density residents are really where the metros get the most use. So let's throw a metro station, yeah, down here by the community pool, I think is a good spot. We could even throw it right there. Yeah, that works perfectly. Put our pathway back in. That we accidentally deleted. No harm done. And then let's also get a couple pathways, like getting these guys into there. And just letting them walk around a little easier. Maybe another pathway over here wouldn't be bad either. There we go. Loving the music and think I have a great radio voice as well. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Smithers. I appreciate that. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Now, for our metro line, this is going to be, again, another pretty long one, but it's a direct route. There we go, we're making them happy again. And then, yeah, let's do a connection going into there. And could we get them? What side are they using? Yeah, they are using the side I want them to. But I kind of want them to use the opposite side here, the same side as the green. So if we actually connected it to there, would that work? No, we'd have to start it on that side. Oh, actually, there we go. Aha! We figured it out. Alright, so we're going to change the color of that line so we can see the difference. We'll make it a nice bright red, I think. So we got the green, we got the yellow, the red. We could probably just get away with the green line coming all the way through as the red is. But I kind of like having the separate connections. And we get to see all the different colors now. So a lot of people using the yellow and the green. A couple people using red. Not too much though. A couple people using the red in there though. Let's check over in Boomerang Bay. Few people. Alright. We do have almost 7,000 people using the metros in general, though. Or actually, we have more than 7,000 because we have 6,000 citizens and over 1,100 tourists. So that is excellent to see. Still only a handful of people, though. Red line, however, getting a lot of use. I'm guessing that's a lot of people from this area that are taking the metro to then go elsewhere in the city. Oh yeah, because that's a lot of red in there. And that's part of the reason why I actually wanted that to be separated, is because for the people that do live here, if it's one long line, wouldn't want to force them to have to go all the way out or all the way into here if they want to go out. Just makes it a little simpler. And because we're using both sides of the tracks, it shouldn't be causing too much train traffic. Yeah, and a couple people using that green. A few more filing in. Oh yeah, a lot of people walking around now, moseying about, which is excellent to see. So we're up to 114,000 population, continuing to grow the city. Boomerang Bay is looking absolutely fantastic out here. Got a lot of zoning in there, a lot of little details, and we moved all those ugly sewage treatment plants. Still got to get the power lines connected, but we actually might be able to do that pretty easily now that it's all zoned up. But I think that is a good stopping point for this evening. So thank you guys very, very much for hanging out with me and helping build this awesome city. We'll be back streaming tomorrow. I think we might be doing some more Stardew Valley tomorrow, especially after I finally got that damn achievement. I have a new lease on life when it comes to Stardew Valley. So thank you guys very, very much. We'll be back streaming some more City Skylines. If you want to see how the city is growing, we'll be back on Wednesday. So feel free to stop by and check out this little city. Keep on growing, and hope you all have a great night or a great day wherever you are. Take care.